They said pixel art was dead, that retro belonged in the past. But these games, they prove the opposite. This is where nostalgia meets innovation, where every pixel tells a story, and every frame hits harder than realism ever could. From overlooked gems to jaw-dropping indies, we're diving deep into 15 pixel-style games that didn't just impress, they left a mark. You might have missed a few, but after this video, you'll want to play them all. Eastward. There's a certain kind of magic when a pixel game feels more alive than most AAA blockbusters. Eastward delivers that magic with heart, humor, and a haunting post-apocalyptic world that's weirdly cozy. That was warm, weird, and beautiful. You follow John and Sam, an unlikely duo navigating underground cities, mysterious creatures, and fading civilizations. One swings a frying pan. The other might just save the world. It's a journey that constantly shifts from heartfelt to hilarious. About halfway in, you realize this dropped in 2021 and it's available right now on Switch, PC, Xbox, and Game Pass. The combat is simple yet satisfying. The environments feel hand-painted in pixels, and the story is a blend of Ghibli-like warmth and Earthbound-style surrealism. Eastward isn't trying to be retro. It's building something beautiful from the ground up. Axiom Verge. Not all pixel games aim for nostalgia. Some break it apart. Axiom Verge is a surreal, sci-fi trip through a glitchy alien world where every corner hides a weapon, a secret, or a mind-bending twist. That was straight out of a pixelated fever dream. You're Trace, a scientist suddenly trapped in a decaying dimension. The tools at your disposal? Guns that corrupt reality, glitches that warp the world, and a map that barely makes sense, in the best way possible. It might surprise you that this launched back in 2015, and you can grab it now on PC, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. Axiom Verge takes everything you loved about Metroid-style exploration and injects it with corruption, lore, and style. This is more than a throwback. It's a reinvention wrapped in pixels and paranoia. Inmost. Some games whisper their brilliance. Inmost doesn't need explosions or combat-heavy chaos. It pulls you in with shadow, sorrow, and a story that sinks deep. That felt like a playable nightmare, in a good way. You control 3 souls across one beautifully tragic tale. A knight, a girl, and a grieving man, each with their own path, each chasing something just out of reach. What connects them? You'll want to find out. And yes, this gem quietly dropped in 2020, and it's out now on PC, Switch, and iOS. The game blends puzzle platforming with narrative moments that land hard. Every screen is a painting, every sound intentional. Inmost doesn't waste your time. It uses every moment to make you feel something. It's short, sharp, and unforgettable. Unsighted. When time is your greatest enemy, every choice hits harder. Unsighted doesn't just give you a pixelated cyberpunk world. It gives you a world running out of time, literally.
Time is running out. We need you. I need you.
That was tense and insanely slick. Set in a ruined city where androids are becoming mindless husks, you play as Alma, a badass automaton with deadly reflexes and a heartbreaking mission. But here's the twist. Everyone, including your closest allies, is slowly running out of time. Delay too long, and they're gone, permanently. What's wild is this dropped in 2021, and it's available now on PC, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox Game Pass. Combat feels like a pixel-powered hyper-light drifter, and the RPG depth is shockingly real. You're managing time, exploring non-linear zones, crafting weapons, all while knowing the clock's ticking on everyone you care about. Brutal, brilliant, and criminally underrated. Katana Zero. Some pixel games want you to explore. Katana Zero wants you to slash, slow time, and slice through neon-soaked violence like a cinematic assassin on bath salts. That was John Wick meets Hotline Miami in pixels. You're a katana-wielding hitman with a broken mind and zero patience. Every level is a puzzle of violence. One hit, and you're dead. But thanks to time-slowing drugs and perfect control, you rewrite every room until it plays like a flawless action scene. Believe it or not, this dropped back in 2019, and it's playable right now on Switch, PC, and Xbox. Beyond the blood and synthwave soundtrack, there's a deeper narrative unraveling. One that blurs the line between hallucination and reality. Katana Zero is lightning fast, unapologetically stylish, and it'll stick with you long after the credits roll. Wargroove. Pixel strategy games don't usually bring the heat, but Wargroove isn't usual. It's tactical warfare with charming visuals, ruthless difficulty, and one heck of a multiplayer mode.
We could use this. My next victim!
That's Advance Wars energy with medieval spice. You command armies across vibrant 2D maps, each filled with terrain bonuses, fog of war, and deadly enemies. But what elevates it? The commanders. Each one brings unique powers to shift the tide. From summoning reinforcements to full-screen ultimates. The best part? It launched in 2019, and you can dive in now on PC, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. It's got campaign, co-op, PvP, and even a map editor that lets you make your own war. Whether you're a casual strategist or Fire Emblem fanatic, Wargroove proves that pixel tactics can be just as intense as any modern RTS. Gris. Some pixel-style games shout, Gris whispers, and that whisper hits like thunder. This isn't just a platformer. It's a visual poem about grief, healing, and beauty in the broken. That looked like a moving painting, pure art in motion. You play a girl lost in sorrow, navigating a crumbling world as color slowly returns. There's no combat, no death, just emotion, puzzles, and a soundtrack that grabs your chest and doesn't let go. It originally dropped in 2018, and you can play it now on PC, Switch, PlayStation, iOS, and X. Every chapter adds new abilities tied to emotions, turning sadness into strength, fear into flight. It's short but unforgettable. Gris doesn't just look good, it feels important. If you've ever loved someone, lost something, or just needed a quiet moment, this game will speak to you. Blasphemous. Welcome to one of the most brutal, blood-soaked, beautifully blasphemous pixel worlds you'll ever see. Blasphemous is what happens when Dark Souls gets a 2D gothic makeover and a massive guilt complex.
Penitent One, there is something greater than the Mother Church, greater than the miracle.
That was savage and weirdly mesmerizing. You are the Penitent One, silent, cursed, armed with a massive sword and a mission of holy vengeance. The game's Spanish-influenced horror blends Catholic iconography with relentless boss battles and punishing exploration. This dark masterpiece launched in 2019, and it's fully playable now on PC, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. There's no hand-holding here. You'll die a lot, but every screen oozes lore, atmosphere, and pixel detail you won't find anywhere else. Blasphemous is a pilgrimage through pain, and for the right player, it's divine. Death's Gambit Afterlife. This one flew under the radar for many, but Death's Gambit Afterlife is a 2D action RPG that doesn't just imitate greatness, it carves out its own.
Imagine what you could do if you were free from it.
That looked like Tasselvania met Dark Souls at a heavy metal concert. You're Soren, an undead soldier bound to death itself. Your mission? Challenge immortal guardians and uncover the truth behind your resurrection. Combat is tactical and weighty. You can't button mash your way out of danger here. The Afterlife Edition, which is the real deal, released in 2021, and it's available now on Switch, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. This version overhauled the original. New bosses, expanded areas, more classes, and a full map system. It's punishing, yes, but also fair. If you crave pixel games with deep lore, big bosses, and skill-based combat, this is the one that'll keep you up all night. Haiku, the robot. There's a haunting kind of beauty in silence, and Haiku, the robot, builds a whole world around it. How smooth was that? Let's get into what makes this a hidden gem. Dropped quietly in April 2022 for PC and later on Switch and Xbox, this Metroidvania is set in a dying mechanical world long after humanity has vanished. You play as Haiku, a tiny robot with a big heart and a sharper blade, navigating a rusted, corrupted society of machines. The game nails atmosphere with soft, melancholic pixel art, ambient music, and minimal dialogue that lets the world breathe. Exploration is tight and rewarding, with secret paths, meaningful upgrades, and creative enemies that force you to learn their rhythms. It's like Hollow Knight and Axiom Verge had a minimalistic, thoughtful child. If you love your pixel games dripping with mystery and mechanical melancholy, this is Hyper Light Drifter. This one doesn't speak, it sings. Hyper Light Drifter is a love letter to old-school Zelda, but painted with haunting synths, shattered ruins, and pixel art that glows like stained glass. That looked like a dream you'd get lost in and not want to wake. You are the drifter, a wanderer with a mysterious illness and a world to unravel. There's no dialogue, just symbols, secrets, and somber music telling the story. Combat is fast, precise, and demanding, like fencing with lasers. It dropped in 2016, and it's available now on Switch, PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and iOS. Every corner of this world is filled with mystery. No maps, no markers, just your instinct. It's lonely, beautiful, and somehow hopeful. Hyper Light Drifter doesn't hold your hand. It holds your heart and squeezes it gently. The Messenger. You thought this was just another retro ninja game, but The Messenger is way more than that. It starts as an 8-bit platformer and flips into a 16-bit Metroidvania mid-game. Yeah, it evolves in real time. That was a straight-up time travel move. Genius twist. You play a ninja on a mission to deliver a scroll across a cursed world. It starts simple, run, slash, jump. But the deeper you go, the more the mechanics and even the art style evolve. It's a meta celebration of old-school games with writing that's genuinely funny. It debuted in 2018, and you can play it now on Switch, PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. The platforming's tight, the soundtrack slaps, and the surprise halfway through makes it unforgettable. The Messenger isn't just nostalgia, it's a remix, and it shreds. 9 Souls. Every now and then, a pixel game cuts deeper than expected, and 9 Souls slices straight through the noise. With its razor-sharp combat and haunting lore, this one doesn't pull punches or parries. That was tense, stylish, and insanely slick. You play as Yi, a vengeful warrior awakened in a techno-Taoist world, hunting the godlike souls who once betrayed humanity. There's blood, there's beauty, and every frame is drawn with precision. One moment you're meditating beneath cherry blossoms, the next deflecting death itself with a blade. 9 Souls officially launched in March 2025, and it's available right now on PC and PS5. Combat here feels like Sekiro in 2D, punishing but fair. The world building is rich with Taiwanese myth, the animation is fluid, and the boss fights, some of the best you'll see in pixel art this year. 9 Souls doesn't just look good, it earns every strike. Infernax. If Castlevania and Shovel Knight had a blood-soaked baby, it'd be Infernax. Brutal pixel combat, morality choices, monsters straight out of a medieval fever dream. That was savage, old school in the best way. You're a knight returning home, only to find your land cursed and crawling with the undead. But here's the twist. Your actions shape the story. Spare the villagers or slay them. Embrace the darkness or fight it. It launched in 2022, and it's playable on Switch, Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. The gameplay is classic. Think platforming, magic, and brutal bosses. But the decisions add layers. There are multiple endings, dark secrets, and even evil upgrades if you choose the wrong path. Infernax is nasty in all the right ways and surprisingly deep. Moonlighter. What if you ran a cozy little shop by day and risked your life in cursed dungeons by night?
But some of us keep on dreaming. Facing new challenges.
That dual life? It's strangely satisfying. Let's unpack it. Released back in May 2018, Moonlighter throws you into the pixel boots of Will, a young merchant in the town of Renoka with dreams far beyond price tags and coin purses. By day, you manage inventory, haggle with customers, and upgrade your shop. By night, you dive into randomly generated dungeons full of monsters, secrets, and loot that determines your next day's survival. It's not just about combat, it's about choices. What to keep, what to sell, what to risk for one more run. The pixel art is vibrant and warm, with gorgeous lighting effects and smooth animations. The soundtrack? A low-key masterpiece that shifts from quiet town life to eerie dungeon tones without missing a beat. Pixel art isn't just a style, it's a statement. And these games prove that when heart meets creativity, the result is unforgettable. Whether you're chasing action, story, or atmosphere, the pixel world still delivers in 2025. If you found even one new gem to try, drop a like, subscribe to Retro Reboot, and let us know your favorite pixel-style game in the comments. Until next time, keep your pixels sharp and your nostalgia sharper.